Hello, welcome back. In this one, this is going to be World 2 of Super Mario 3D World. Sadly, my audio is not great. The music is way higher than my voice, so I apologize for that. I'm going to make this one a short one. I'm just going to crop everything to make sure that we can actually hear something. But anyways, this is the playthrough of World 2. So I started World 2 by actually heading back to World 1 because I learned that there's a pipe that goes from World 1 2 straight to the second one. So I was intrigued to find that. So the pipe is not well hidden at all. I just missed it the first time because I was not paying attention. But it's actually really near the stamp. So once you head to the stamp, you can actually go on top and there's just going to be a small wall with a pipe. A red pipe to be precise. Here's the stamp. You're going to need a cat suit for that. Oh, and you see I just lost mine because of course, why not? At least I always have backup, so yeah, there it is, right there. And this brings you straight to World 2. My questioning here was actually what happens when you skip all of this? Because this is an underground pipe. You're not going to be completing the first castle, so I'm wondering, will the pipe to go back where you came from will it actually spawn, because this pipe is made from the fairy that you saved by defeating the castle. So if you don't do the castle, I don't know how you're supposed to go back there eventually. Probably when you're done with this world. Maybe the next fairy will actually make two. I don't know. So let's head right into World 2-1. So this one was going pretty well until I decided to just fall to my death trying to get more lives. Well, first off, I had a really hard time to get used to Luigi's controls. I find him slippery for some reason, and yeah, he jumps higher than Mario, that's great, but I don't know why I'm having a hard time with him today. So I saw a golden pipe up this wall, decided to go in it, knowing that it usually gives a bunch of coins. Not sure why I'm not going in. Oh yeah, because I just noticed that I'm not facing the right way with my camera. There we go, that's fixed. So yeah, this was a poor attempt to get more lives. I actually got one, lost one. I wanted to grab the ledge to just stay in the pool of coins, and yeah, that didn't work out. So here I am again, trying a better, more conservative way to get some coins. I got less, but at least I got my life back. So the rest of the level is going pretty well. We can see shortly the hidden Luigi of this level. It's actually right under this moving pillar. It's huge. Oh, let me just add a circle. Voila. And let's move on. So I was a bit worried here because I could spot the toad that's running for his life, who gives a star, but I couldn't spot the next star. So I wasn't sure exactly where it was, and this is me having a really hard time walking this narrow path. But hey, I'm sure I'm gonna get better. And here is the second star that I was worried about. The moving sand here was really suspicious, so I decided to climb right up. I got scared for a second. I thought I would just drown in it, but no. And there's a hidden coin block that you can use to get even more lives. If you're clumsy like me, you're gonna need as much lives as you can. So we get star number 3 by saving our little toad friend, and the stamp is right here. So this completes this level and opens up the path for the next one. There's a little hut that only gives a stamp, so we can go right in. Thank you, fairy. And then we have the choice between world 2-3 actually. World 2-3 or Bowser. So let's go. We're gonna start with this world. So we start off with a hidden Luigi on top here. We grab a plant, pretty straightforward. You can get the stars pretty easily in this one. And I'm not sure if there's something up here, so I'm gonna let go, and there's nothing. And just like that, I lost my plant. But it's not a big deal. I can do this without it. I'm now on the hunt for the second star because I don't really remember where it is, but it's probably after the checkpoint, that's for sure. We're gonna use the flower again. Oh, big flower. I'm not sure that my small thing can eat this, but I'm still gonna try. The answer is absolutely not. I don't know why, but I was having a hard time finding out how to get this stamp, but it's pretty easy. It's just some boxes that you have to break. If you have the cat suit, you're fine. Actually, this is pretty much the main name of this game. If you have a cat suit, you're fine. We have a purple box timer, so we know that this is a star. It's right under the stairs, pretty easy. I'm out of plants, so I just have to be careful and run across. And here's our third star. Saving Captain Toad again. He's really grateful. And now that we have everything, let's just finish this level. So I got confused earlier because the world that we did was World 2-3. World 2-2 is actually the Bowser level that you need 15 stars to do. I'm not a fan of these levels because I have a hard time aiming with the cursor. My remotes are not really responding. They're not licensed by Nintendo. But I was actually surprised. They were working well. I remember the first time that I did this level for my son in his game, I had to just use the touchpad. I had to use the screen. But so far so good. So I was taking my time for these, and then I realized that there's actually a timer on the blocks. So we're gonna have to go a little quicker. I'm on the hunt for the next star, but I see a cloud. It has to be at the end of that one. The time is ticking pretty fast, and I just have one star so far. Oh yeah, I do have the stamp at least. But yeah, I'm getting a little worried that I'm not going to be able to finish in time. Mostly since I have to take my time. I'm really bad with angles and there's a timer. But once again, as usual, the cat suit saves the day. And we don't have to go all the way up there because the cat suit can actually just walk all over that pole. So this world opens up a pipe. In the pipe there's only a toad house. I'm not going to use it now because I already have all my power-ups, so we will go grab that life and keep on going. So world 2-4, pretty simple. As usual, you just have to keep on going up ledges when you're not sure. There's often a star or something on top of it, and I noticed that there was a 1-up under this hill. That was new. There are 2 hidden Marios in this world. I think it's to compensate for the fact that there's no... I said Mario, but I meant Luigi. There's one right here. You can't see it that well. You can see it better in my short, but there's one there, and there's another one hidden in the pipe right here. It only appears when the timer is going out. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's to compensate for the fact that there's none in World 2-2. We have a hidden pipe down here. Pretty simple to get your second star. The whole floor has to be colored. And then I did a mistake. I didn't want to go down here because I was afraid to fall to my doom. I fell in the previous world, so I didn't want to try, but I should have, because now the level is over and I have to start again. The hidden star is under that rolling platform. I mean, it's pretty tough because they ask you to trust them. They're like, trust me, there's something down here. You have to go look everywhere and go down there. And then you try to do that in the next level and you just fall to your doom. But hey, I guess it makes the game a little longer. At least so far, I know where the stars that I miss are. I wonder if I'm gonna have a hard time eventually, like not finding the star, but just getting it. Because I'm pretty sure eventually it's gonna be a skill issue. I won't be able to get it just because I'm not that great at this game. So there's one star in each room. To get the star, you have to actually just kill the mobs that are inside. Pretty easy until I actually messed up here. The time it took me to get my power, the time actually ran out. The good thing in here is that you lose your power-ups, so if you die, you can redo it with everything that you came in. Okay, next up we have a mini boss. Well, it's actually a big mini boss. Kill all 3 and you get a star. Not much else to say about that one. Pretty fast. So we have 2 worlds left. Actually, I mean 2 levels left. I like this one. You grab some cherries and you actually duplicate. I had a hard time keeping all of my Luigis, sadly, so I had to do this one again. I usually lose them because they get separated and just kind of despawn. So I actually had to do this one twice. One despawned right there. I went upstairs to grab another cherry, try to do it again, keep them together. So that one was fine, but I'm gonna be missing one Luigi to get to the 4 Luigi star that is at the ending of this. To get this stamp you need at least 2 Luigis. And then we get rid of the fire brother. I was curious to see if there's something up here because there's always something up there. But one of my Luigi fell and then he disappeared. And then I was trying to grab the other one. He did not disappear, but like I said, we need 4 of them, so I had to do this again. So the second time I was really more careful and I managed to keep them all together. They didn't separate. And here's our 4th star. And there's a hidden Luigi near this ramp. We can't see it that well. And with that, we are at World 2 Tank. So this is another one that I didn't really remember where the stars are. I mean, I didn't play this game that much. I only did a few levels that my son had a hard time doing. So it's nice to be able to actually enjoy each level and find everything. I was enjoying this bomb thrower. I didn't know that I actually needed it for the last star, so of course I had to lose it right before noticing. So this is another level that I had to do over again. But at least they're not too long. It's not a big deal. And my camera actually died right here. There we go. No more camera. That's one of the main reasons I don't put my camera that often, because the battery always dies halfway in. But hey, we're still gonna try to get right up there so we get the golden flag, and we just have to worry about getting our last star. Our fairy friend is gonna open up the next world, but before heading into it, we are gonna complete this one, and we're gonna be careful. We're not gonna lose our bomb right at the end. We made it back. There we go, and our last star. I tried beating the boss with this, but honestly, the fire flower is really faster. So I just let him hit me once to get my flower back. I lost it. And there we go. World 2 over. So this was a quick playthrough recap of what I did without my microphone. You can let me know in the comments if you actually like it when the game is faster like this instead of watching the whole playthrough. I really don't mind, honestly. But yeah, you can let me know if you prefer me playing the game at 3 times speed without erasing anything, because I like to actually show that I'm completing everything. Because who knows, maybe somebody needs a playthrough of a 12-year-old, even more, game. Yeah, anyways. I'll see you all in the next one, and until then, have a great day. Bye bye.